I think as a central sort of, sometimes you've written or you've obsessed, I guess, about certain individuals that are artists as well. Lee Miller was definitely one. In this album, at the epicenter of this is Houdini, who you kind of became completely obsessed with.
Yeah.
As well as his wife.
Yes.
And could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. In the process of researching this album and researching mediums, I started learning a lot about Houdini and how, you know, he, as a man of pursuing the process of finding magic on this earth and what that meant, was very bothered by the deception of people who claimed that they were accessing the spirit world. And he, being, you know, such a cunning person, could absolutely tell when he was being conned. And we you know, started learning about his wife, Bess, and she was really the one that I was really drawn to the most. I just really connected with her because I learned that she went through a really difficult process of grieving when Houdini died, and ended up being deceived by the very mediums that his whole life was working to debunk.
Yeah.
And her process of letting go, of needing the affirmation, I thought was just so powerful.
And they had a pact or something. Can you explain what that was?
Yeah. They had decided that whoever went first would, if this whole thing of contacting the spirit world was true, they would be able to send a secret code to each other. No one else knew what it was, and this was the way that they were going to be able to affirm that this was true.
Okay.
And unfortunately, and it was they had a certain stage code that they used with each other because she was his on-stage assistant for a long time. And unfortunately, when he died, the code was compromised by a very, very famous spiritualist named Arthur Ford. And he came to her and said, I've gotten messages from Houdini, and he relayed to her their secret code, and she was like, this is it. I've totally, you know, this is, I've heard from Houdini. And it ended up that it was discovered that he had actually just figured it out.
Wow.
Through doing a lot of research,
Crazy.
And he figured out the code, and he gave her what she wanted to hear.
But he deceived her.
He deceived her, and it took her a long time to realize and accept that. And she had a moment 10 years after Houdini's death where she just decided, I'm not going to do this anymore. And she said, and I used this in the song Rosabelle Answered Tell.
Yeah. This is all covered in the final.
Yeah, this is all covered in the last song.
Yeah.
She just says, 10 years is long enough to wait for any man, and I'm not going to hear from him. And she said, when I go, I'll be gone for good. I won't try to come back.
Right.
So if anyone ever tells you that they've gotten a seance message from me or anything.
And that's kind of that hard reality we were talking about.
Yes.
I think that last song kind of serves as a wellspring that these other songs come out of.